Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, welcome to another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. This is your boy Big Zeke in the building. I'm here with my brother Dre.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Glad to be back in the seat.
I'm also here with my brother Kesey.
What's good people? It's good to be back.
Man, how y'all doing?
I'm doing good, man.
That's great.
I wish Wisconsin would recognize that it's spring. You know,
It's not.
It's.
I mean, it's
not.
decent.
I mean, today,
Yeah.
yesterday,
Hey,
it was winter coat,
But,
hat,
but I was watching the news before we came.
a fake snowstorm.
It's another storm coming.
Oh, what snow?
It didn't say winter. It just
Oh,
said
boy.
another storm coming.
Oh,
It's
Well.
like it's rain. It'll be rain.
And I think it's rain though.
well, I'll take that over
This
snow.
week is
but
gonna be good.
man, the last rain was horrible.
This week,
Yeah.
that rain was.
A lot of
it's gonna be
people
a
was
good
out of
week.
power. I
Yeah.
did too. My power went out.
Yeah. Well, I know we always shout out holidays here. Happy Palm Sunday to all the believers out there.
That wasn't what I was gonna do.
That's
We
okay,
don't-
but I did it.
I know
Happy
you do.
Palm Sunday, the Sunday before the resurrection, and we celebrate for us that's in Christianity a week before Jesus died on the cross, a week before the resurrection, rather. So happy Palm Sunday to all the believers.
That's why your mic missing.
Nah, okay, I love
Anyways.
Jesus, and you don't.
Yeah, that's why it's doing that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why it's doing that,
No,
y'all.
it's doing that because
That's-
he wasn't prepared
Uh-huh,
for the
yeah.
voice to
Grizzlies
be
getting
here.
beat by
Mhm,
the
that's what it
Bulls?
was. That's what it is. Anyways,
Hey, real
Um,
quick, Keith, you remember growing up, they used to give us palms in church on Palm Sunday.
what was I gonna say?
Mine had the church change.
Are you done?
Maybe.
But
You want to
hey,
go on the injury report?
still glory to
Would
them.
you like to do the
Still
injury
glory,
report?
man.
Would
Still
you do the
glory.
injury report?
Lord,
That'd
when
be
you
great.
strike this table down, just go for the middle.
Your mic was messing up.
Go for
Lord
the
letting you
point
know,
guard.
Hey, stop while you're ahead. The Lord let you know stop while you're ahead.
Shout out
because
to LSU. Injury report. The Atlanta Hawks are without DeAndre Hunter. He is out with a bone bruise in his left knee. He is listed as day-to-day. The Celtics are without Al Horford, back injury. Day-to-day. Cavaliers. Side note, happy WrestleMania season, all my wrestling fans. Cleveland Cavaliers are without Jared Allen. He is out with
Jared
a
who?
growing injury. Day-to-day. He is questionable today against the Pacers. The Denver Nuggets are without Jamal Murray, his knee. Ooh, day-to-day. He is probable today against the Warriors. The Joker is still out with the calf injury. He is questionable for today's game. The Warriors can use all the help they can get, especially if that's a on-the-road game. Michael Porter Jr. is also out with a heel injury. He is listed as day-to-day. He is probable against the Warriors. Lakers are without Bron day-to-day. He is probable against the Rockets.
you skipped somebody.
I see it.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm always giving the Kang first. Anthony Davis.
Michael Jordan
If
be
you
ashamed.
watched YouTube, I'm going to show you my not surprised face in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Anthony Davis is out with a foot injury again.
Even after he rolled his ankle,
Yes,
He
he
still
put on the
finished the
show.
game.
he did.
He put
But
on a
he
show.
is day to day. He had to. He's tired of the slander. If the Lakers have any chance, he needs to play. He is probable against the Rockets. The Miami Heat are without Bam Adebayo. He is out with a hip contusion. Milwaukee Bucks are without their wannabe sharpshooter, Javon Carter. He is out with left knee soreness. Miles Leonard is out with a calf injury. Speaking of the Bucks, has Dragic played yet? Gordon Dragic played yet?
Maybe like once or twice.
Okay. The Knicks.
Has
are-
he? I ain't seen him play.
I thought it was like once or twice at the end of
I
the
have
game.
not.
Now, here's what's crazy. This is the one that I think is going to shake up the playoffs. The Knicks are without Julius Randle with a sprained left ankle, and he is out up to 2 weeks. If he doesn't
No,
play,
they say
the Knicks-
reevaluate.
That's what I'm saying. Reevaluating in 2 weeks. If he doesn't play, the Knicks are done. I don't think anybody got him going that far anyway. But you talk about one and done. The Utah Jazz are without Colin Sexton, hamstring. He is out. Jordan Clarkson is out. You might as well shut them both down for the season. And Laurie Marketing is out with left hand soreness. He is questionable against the Brooklyn Nets. That is your injury report for Palm Sunday.
Thank you, Dre.
You're
for your
welcome.
Injury report for Palm Sunday.
You're welcome, Zeke, on Palm Sunday.
Nope, not gonna let you do it this week. Anyways, we are going to go into our shootout segment, and we're gonna go into our shoot around segment where we talk about news and things going around in the NBA. First one to start off with ahead of Friday's opt-out deadline, the NBA and the National Basketball Players Association reportedly agreed to terms for a new collective bargaining agreement. The agreement is for 7 years and is a mutual opt-out after 6 years. Some new things going on in the new that will be implemented next year. 65 game minimum for postseason awards, which 65 game minimum. Come on, man. Can I finish that?
Can I clap on parts I like?
Can I finish first?
Jesus.
Do that in your own time.
Man, you so bossy.
All NBA teams will be positionless. I don't like that.
What does that mean?
That means there will not be there. This is going to be 5 all guys making all NBA. It's not going to be no position like which
Adam Silver with the creativity.
And then new limitations.
That means we can have 5 small forwards.
Pretty much. New limitations on the highest spending teams and expanding opportunity for trades and free agencies for mid and smaller team payoffs. I'm gonna be really honest with you. We're not gonna go into details about that.
What does that even mean? I need to research that.
That is more of
You need to go into details so Sports America can know.
We don't have time to do all that. So my thing is this: it's real quick because real quickly it's basically saying teams like the Golden State Warriors, they were just pretty much buying out. Like they would just pay a small penalty, as far as overpaying players or such and such and such. You can't do that anymore. You have to. They want to let you do that no more in a collective bargaining agreement.
John Wall.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
Well, good.
NBA players will no longer be prohibited from for using marijuana. And
They won't get tested for marijuana anymore. It's no longer a banned substance.
Yeah. And then players. I see we got one smoke in the building. And then we got
I have never smoked anything in my life.
You was clapping for it.
Because I think it's stupid. If it's legal in most states, then get up off. Stop putting black people in jail for weed.
Players are allowed to invest in NBA and WNBA teams, sports betting, and cannabis companies. And then also, last on the agenda, there will be an NBA in-season tournament.
Now that one I don't quite get.
Now, so the we did talk about that before. It was an option before, like that's what they were thinking about doing. But they implemented it and they're going to do it for sure now. Now this in-season tournament situation, we were just when we talked about it before, we were just wondering how it would go. Yeah, so it's going to go like this. There will be a pool of play games based into the regular season starting in November. 8 teams advance to a single elimination tournament in December. The Final Four will be held in a neutral site with Las Vegas probably in the discussion. Las Vegas is in the discussion like an arena is, but it will be a neutral site. And each in-tournament season game will count towards the regular season standings. Final two finalists will ultimately play 83 games, and then winning player and coaches will receive $500,000 each. What do you guys think about this?
It's confusing, but
what are you confused about?
I still don't fully understand the in-season tournament. I don't really understand the purpose or the incentive behind it. But let me start with what I like about it. I like that. So I'm a little wishy-washy here. It sounds like an owner's CBA, not a player's CBA. I'm happy that they can stop wasting money on players like John Wall, Larry Sanders. The Bucks up until last year were still paying Larry Sanders. So I like the whole buyout options. What I like most about it, 2 things. The weed thing, as long as you don't come to work on it, I have no issues with that. Okay. As long as you don't come to work high, you can function fine, right?
That's your policy too.
My organization, we don't drug test, and so we don't drug test. Right. So I respect the fact that we don't drug test, because if you want people to go to work, stop testing them for recreational marijuana. Now, I personally don't use it, can't stand the smell of it, but I don't judge people who do it, But basketball players to be suspended for something that's legal in Denver, legal in Illinois, legal in Nevada, legal in most places that you play, except for very, very conservative states in most cases. Take it off the table, right? Give these players a chance. If a lot of people use marijuana recreationally, right? A lot of people.
Mhm.
And if it doesn't impact your work, fine. But the part I most like is you have to play a minimum games for like MVP, all NBA first team, defensive player of the year, because I think that's where you can really see the landscape of the league changing. For example, Joker and Embiid were arguably the top two MVP people, right?
Mhm.
Up until a week ago. Embiid sat out the game against Joker, right?
Mhm.
And it made him go down in the MVP voting.
Mhm.
I've been a big proponent of this since we started this podcast. This is our 76th episode.
Mhm.
When we started this podcast, I said, I don't feel like who won the Rookie of the Year? The Ball brother. Barely paid over 40 games and was able to win Rookie of the Year. I don't think that's right. So I really like that the most, a part of this CBA. I need to research this in-season tournament before I comment more. I remember I didn't like the concept of the play-in tournament, but it was genius. I love the play-in tournament. So I'm excited about the NBA, and that means to all the fans out there, no lockout for the next 7 years. So we're guaranteed basketball through 2030.
I feel like I feel like the same way because one of those things is the 65 games minimum for postseason awards. I do like that. I don't like the all NBA pointless positionless situation because I feel like that's more of a money thing. And I feel like but it kind of counter-react each other. They kind of counteract each other because if you got on one hand, you got to play 65 games, at least 65 games, but then on the other hand, they're positionless. So before we got on Mike's tone was like, so it can be all 5 small forwards or 5 point guards. That's a big possibility. And I don't like that just based on the fact that because I want to see the best point guard, the shooting guard of the year, the best small forward. Even if you don't win MVP and you still get that all, still get that all NBA nod. That's still one of those things where you got to keep your head up high. And it, my
I don't know, man. I like the fact that you get rewarded for busting your ass this year.
What you mean?
It doesn't matter that if you and Giannis are in the exact same position, that you still can't make all NBA just because you're the second best small forward. The second best small forward could be better than the first point guard.
But then that's why you got NBA all second team or all NBA third team.
But sometimes, bro, okay, at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
everybody plays for money, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Your stock look better if you a 5-time all NBA first team compared to a 5-time or 2-time first, 3-time second because Giannis is doing his thing.
Cool.
So now my value is more.
Yeah, your value is more, and you're right. At the end of the day, it's about the dollar, and it does make your resume look better. But my thing about that is when it comes to individual awards, there's only one person who can win. And an individual award to me, like the case between Embiid and Joker. Embiid, they both play the same position, and now this kind of opens a window for them to both get all NBA team, even though only one can win MVP. To me, and I think we've talked about this before on this pod, that just because you won MVP, that doesn't mean you're the best center in the league that year. Because I think if you really think about it, like last year, Joker won MVP, but there was an argument for Embiid to win MVP if he hadn't got hurt like the last week or last 2 weeks or something like that of the season. And then it kind of goes into, well, he won MVP, so he should be like you. I think this opens a window. It just kind of one of those awards where it's one of those situations where a guy is getting an award for he's the best, but he can still hang his hat on. I got all NBA, but you didn't win. I don't know. I just don't like that. I just don't like it. I feel like if you 55 games plus and you put the numbers up to win MVP and you don't win MVP, you're like, well, at least I got NBA all first team. I don't know. It's just one of the things where like guys like LeBron who gonna get an NBA off first team every year. Every year LeBron's gonna be first NBA team now.
Well, maybe not. I mean,
I wouldn't.
He's gonna think he'll make it this year.
I don't think he'll make it this year. Then you can have 3 or 4 forwards.
No.
Why wouldn't he?
I think I think we've seen LeBron's best years. I think he'll still be impactful and effective, but I don't think we'll see MVP LeBron again. I think those years are over, and that's okay. So for all the LeBron fans out there, don't be upset by that. That's okay.
And I don't think it's necessarily off the play. I think it's just necessarily off of stat lines. Like, you know what I mean? He'll still play hard. He'll, like you said, he'll still be effective. But just like there'll be players that'll have better numbers than him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just natural.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is
evolving from the
natural.
league, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like you said, people just got to be prepared for that. But like, I like that more than one person from one position can win it, because you think about the top 10, it ain't all. It's a little bit of everybody,
It's not though.
but it's also a few of the same people in the same position.
that's
That's what makes it tough, because you got to think about it. Just think about the point guard situation.
Mhm.
You got a Damian Lillard, you got a John Morant, you got a Steph Curry.
Mhm.
All 3 of them can't win it right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So next year, all 3
Can
gonna
get
be
it.
on the list.
I agree. It should
don't
be.
like
It
that.
makes sense.
I don't like that because
Why not?
it takes away the competitive.
But it also helps. It also helps them get their incentives, because a lot of
So,
players,
but-
a lot of players miss out on their incentives and their contracts because of stuff like that.
I'm sorry, I'm just distracted.
Because it's the 5 best players
You know what I mean?
that season compared to the best player for each position.
So
I see. That's where I'm just different, because I just kind of feel like purists. I'm a little bit of a purist of the game, where I feel like
a what other
a
game?
purist.
What does that mean?
I mean, like
Stop
the purity.
making
No,
stuff up.
I like the purity of the game.
That is
the
not how
purity
you
of the
use
Whatever he just made up. I mean,
that is not
That's
how
a
you
word.
use
That's
that.
a word.
It's a word, but that is not how you.
That's
use
not how
it.
you-
That is how you use
No,
that.
it's not.
How's that not how
No,
you
it's
use
not.
it? What's a purist?
Okay.
What is a purist?
Those folks who wear the big hat and sometimes get accused of being Amish. Those are purists.
No, I mean somebody use
You
whatever. The point
just
I'm
say
making is
you
that-
like the game the way it's played.
the
That's
point
all
of-
you had to say.
You know,
always
no.
incentives,
Oh, here we go.
purists,
Here we go. You know what?
Incentives.
I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there.
But
The
real
point,
quick,
no.
before you-
Cause I
before
didn't finish
you
it. I
dive
didn't finish
in,
saying what I was saying because you was talking crazy.
Casey
So I'm gonna
didn't-
finish what I was saying.
Casey
So like
didn't
I
finish.
said before,
Oh, geez.
Dre
Why you
and Tone.
Why you overmodulating? Why are you screaming at me?
Yeah, I know. I'm tripping.
Yeah, you are.
Anyways,
Casey
the
didn't
point of
finish.
the matter is,
Casey didn't finish.
Casey
Just
did
go
finish.
ahead. I lost my train of thought though.
Forget it.
I
You gotta go
wasn't.
do your thing.
Purist,
Do your
right?
thing. Yeah, I know. I threw you off. I threw you all off with that word.
I don't know where that word came from.
What do you think about the question he posed though? The CBA agreement and all that stuff. Don't get mad at us, Webster.
No, I'm not tripping.
As
Dr.
far
Douglas?
as the
What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Like he went through the in-season tournament. He went through the several games for an award. all
so the several games for the award, I agree, because like you said, LaMelo got it and he played what 30? You said 34 games.
that. It wasn't a lot. I don't know if it was that low, but it wasn't.
But either way it go, it was a low number,
yeah.
and I think you should play a certain amount of games. That gives everybody a fair shot, because if you only played in a few games and you had some good games, you can look better than somebody who plays a whole 75 games. But I think the
Jerk.
in-season play-in tournament
Mhm.
also is up in the air until I see it.
Yeah.
I think I'll be more able to accept it and see how it
Understand it.
or understand it, because if it doesn't make sense I mean, I get that you still get regular season wins off of it, but my thing is like, are the players really going to play hard enough in this East season tournament to win it?
So let me ask you this, and Zeke, since you've actually read it, if I'm understanding it correctly, does that mean one team can have 83 wins and another team can have 65 and play the same amount of games? Is that what I'm hearing?
You know, if you're in the in your tournament and you win it, you'll probably have like 1 more, 2 more games if you win it.
Because
Which will affect playoff
because
contention.
all 30 teams start out in it
In what?
in the tournament.
Seriously?
Yeah,
No, you don't.
it did. I just read it.
All 30 teams is not going to be in the tournament.
Yes,
They don't start the tournament until like December.
No,
Mid-season.
it'll be done before December. It said.
No, it'll be mid-season.
I just watched it. I just read it. It said all teams will be involved.
Where you see that at?
The Final Four will probably be in Las Vegas.
Yep, I'll be there.
It'll be Elite Eight.
So kind of like the NCAA.
That's what they're going with, an NCAA like tournament.
Yeah. 8 teams advance to a single elimination finale in December. And finals into December, but it'll
It starts
be
with all 30 teams. If you read it, it says it starts with all 30
cup
teams.
games through
Because
November.
once you play 30 games, right, 30 teams, right?
Uh-huh.
That automatically brings you to 16.
Yeah.
That's one round.
Okay.
Now you got another round, which brings you to the 8. That's where they're going with it.
Okay. Well, that's fine. You're right. You're right, PC.
So to both of your point, Isaiah, did you pull up what I asked you to or no?
No.
Okay. So the NBA, the NBA.
It's like, no.
I sent you your other package, by the way.
It got delivered.
You're such a jerk. The NBA, the NBA All First Team last season. Since our producer didn't want to help me, the NBA All First Team last season was Joker, Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Joker, Giannis, Booker, Luka, and Tatum. Can either of you with a straight face tell me that you know 5 players that would have beat all of them? I do. Based off 22, Giannis would have been on there. Joker would have been on there. Embiid would have been on there. Steph would have been on there. Luka can stay. Tatum can stay. So can you really say that positions matter?
Positions always matter. I mean, it's going back to
Kawhi made it in 21.
the thing about it is, like, you just named off the guys who made it last year. And every year, whether you're saying he's declining or not, there's an argument for LeBron James. There's always an argument for LeBron James.
It could be second team.
And it could be second team, but it's always an argument for LeBron James to be on first team.
110%, yes.
So when there's the argument, and the only reason he's not on first team is because somebody was better in his position, then you award him every year for, I ain't gonna say doing minimum or just doing what he does. And that's my argument about that. I'm awarding you for just doing what you do. And a lot of players are deemed great because they just do what they do. Joker's another one. I put up a triple-double because I like to spread the ball. I make good basketball plays. I'm probably going to be doing this consistently for the rest of my career. So whether it's 10, 10, or 10, 15, 15, and 10, it's still consecutive. And so for that alone, that's why I'm kind of like, I'm not really feeling this positionless all NBA team. Just off that. The end game tournament situation, we'll have to see.
So the thing is, and it's okay to have that opinion, but remember, man, the players had to agree on this.
They did.
So the players obviously wanted this.
I mean, I don't think players are like, all right, cool. I'm sure they're like, let's see what happens, because you can always be like, nah, this ain't what it do.
So who, in your opinion, if this started this year, who are the 5 that's winning it? If it started this year, NBA All First Team. Giannis for me, Joker for me, Embiid for me, Jason Tatum for me, and probably Steph.
Surprise. I mean, for me, it would probably be Joker, Embiid, Giannis, Tatum, And then I'm trying
What
to
about
think.
that once
See.
in the generational player
Dame. I'll give it to Dame.
But my only issue is
I'll
like
give it to Dame.
over Luca?
don't the type
Yeah.
of players this will
Just
help.
because
The
Luka's
one
had
player
a,
I can see
didn't
this
play
really
well.
helping though
Hasn't played well.
is somebody like Kevin Durant
Kevin Durant, probably.
because he hasn't really been on first teams that I can remember.
Yeah, he has a few.
He has been on
It's
some,
been
but
some
he hasn't.
years,
He hasn't
and
been
he
on
had
the
a-
last couple years.
And then like
Well, he's been hurt.
the
he's
year
been
before
hurt.
last, he had a great year,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he put on the show for the Bucks.
He
I mean,
made
against the Bucks.
his last NBA All First Team. KD made it in. His last first team was 18, but he's been injured the last 3
No,
seasons.
because he just played against the Bucks in the playoffs. Remember
But he didn't
that
play
was
the
2
full
seasons.
season.
He
that
put-
2 seasons.
Yeah, but he didn't have an All NBA year. He
But-
was hurt.
Plus, he was on a team with Kyrie and James Harden.
But Kyrie and James Harden didn't play that year. They was hurt. Remember?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
only-
but you still
Yeah,
built
but
the
you had-
franchise.
Come
And
on,
then on
man.
top of that, you got
Yeah,
like
no.
That
okay,
shouldn't affect that.
KD does not get a pass. Yes, it should.
He's all NBA first team.
not every year.
No, he's not. Not every year. Is he first team this year?
Yeah,
He
No.
barely played. Kesey, how?
first or second,
Second, maybe
least
third,
second, probably
likely.
at least second.
Third,
Come
likely.
on, man.
Third, likely. LeBron should get second over him.
Morant should get second over him.
Ja?
Yeah.
Ja will make first.
But yeah,
But Luca deserves it, huh?
We
I
say
didn't
that.
say Luka.
I'm just saying.
Nah, Luka does not deserve first team. this year.
Not this year.
And I guarantee you he gets it.
I don't know about that.
Possibly.
I don't know about
I
that.
guarantee you
Um,
he gets it.
You get it because he's marketable.
Possibly.
That's the problem. That's the part of the league, and that's the part I don't like. Like you said, like if that's the case, then like you said, like Kevin Durant didn't deserve it because he didn't play enough games.
mhm.
Luka's been playing in and out. LeBron has been in and out.
Lately.
They shouldn't get it in.
Who you said who?
LeBron,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you like
Luka.
this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you like this. You know who should be on the NBA? He may not be on the first. Brooks should make an All NBA team this year.
he should.
He should.
He should be on at least second
He
this year.
should be Defensive Player of the Year. Nobody's
Okay.
averaging more blocks than him.
They are, but
Jerry Jackson.
Jared Jackson.
Is
Not
he,
per game.
he
Per
leading the
game.
game. He leading the league
He
right
leading
now.
the
I
league.
think.
Is he leading
He's
per
lead-
game
he's
now?
leading the league.
Did he pass Brooke?
He's leading the league.
All I'm saying, Brooke can do it on both ends. Jared Allen cannot.
His name isn't Jared Allen, but
Who? Jared who?
Jared Jackson.
He doesn't do it on both ends.
Yeah,
does.
Jared Jackson.
He doesn't. Not better than Brooke. Not
Jared
better than
Jackson,
Brooke.
Same.
Jared Jackson is 3.1 and Brooke is 2.5 right now.
Yep. And that's fine.
So they're in the same boat
They're the same
technically,
boat.
but
Our team has a better record, right?
Mhm.
Brooke can hit the three. Brooke can get you a double-double. Brooke has had an overall better season, in my opinion. So,
I agree with you. Moving on, Kevin Durant had an article in the Athletic where he said I don't care about legacy. He said I don't care about legacy.
man, how you go with this?
I used to want to carve out a lane or space in the game for myself that people could remember, but it's become too much of a thing now. It just becomes too much of a focus on other people. What's he done? What's he done? Comparisons before before we wasn't doing all the debating. I cared about it. It's all about the same breath as the top players. It was big. I said now you don't care. My question is, should he care?
PC, go ahead.
Where should I start with this guy?
There we go. I'm just talking about general. Should somebody on KD level care about their legacy?
I mean, you shouldn't you?
I think you should. I
Because
think.
that's what you want people to remember you by, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think that like legacy puts a stamp. I don't think it's for carving a lane. I think it's putting a stamp on the game. I think people like KD, Steph Curry, LeBron James, they have put stamps on the game. And the thing about KD, which messed up his stamp that he put on the game, is him going to Golden State. That's what messed him up.
Mhm.
And he's going to be forever known as the guy who left his team out to dry so he can win championships. And I think but I commend KD for saying he don't care, just because it's probably heavy on his mental. It's probably why he went to Brooklyn, and then him going to Phoenix was like, you know what, whatever. I don't even care no more. I just want to win, and it is what it is. And so I think the guys, when you have these guys who are top tier at the top tier level, where they're, first ballot Hall of Famers and they're just at a different level, I think you have to care about your legacy. What drives you if it's not your legacy?
Yeah.
The love for the game and just want to play ball.
I question that he really loves the game.
Because KD is really just a gym rat. He just want to play basketball. If he can play basketball with all the commentary, that's how he would see it in his world. But when you're on the stage that they're on, legacy means a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
Commentators mean a lot to how they talk about you and what you are, what they think.
But that goes back to what, like, Dame, we talked about Dame last week. Dame is a guy who's about, I don't want to say about his legacy, but he's going about it his way. And one of the things, like Dame was talking about, was the ring getting culture. The culture in NBA is all about who got a ring and who don't. And when you talk about legacy, that's one of the main things. So if KD didn't leave for Golden State, he wouldn't have a ring. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. He wouldn't have a ring.
I think they could have got it in OKC.
I know he wouldn't have got it. Everybody was getting better. It wouldn't have happened in OKC. So, but him leaving the way he did and who he went to, that was the camel that broke that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Because if he had went to somewhere where it wasn't like you're guaranteed a ring,
4 top 10 players,
then I wouldn't. Top 10 is a stretch, but if you
4 top 15 players,
top 20, if you really want to break it down.
At the time, they were
top 20. We're not gonna go over this again. But when you talk about where if he didn't go to Golden State and he went somewhere else, it would have been a tougher journey to get to a ring, but I think he eventually would have got one.
Yeah.
So my thing is KD has made decisions where his legacy is tarnished, but I will give him the kudos for walking, but like not caring no more and not putting it out there like, you know what, I just don't care no more. Because I would, like he said, he's a gym rat. He like to play ball. He can tear by his hair. He doesn't like to play ball. He don't care about no haircut. He don't care about nothing but playing ball.
If they had to do it, if it was some players that would do it for free, he'd probably be one of them. Because he just like to play ball.
I can say that.
But you know what? Zeke talked about it. He talked about he hit on mental health. Kevin Durant being, I think he's known in the NBA as Mr. Sensitive. And we've called him that. The media world has called him that. Mm-hmm. Everyone. And I think for him to come to grips with his own self, him saying this is the best thing for him. But KD, your best advice is then don't listen to the podcast. Don't watch the sports shows.
You can't help it.
Don't read the comments because it's going to take you back there every single time. I think his comments, I think deep down he cares, right? We were always taught growing up in psychology class in college and high school that when you say I don't care, you really do what?
You really care.
So deep down, you care about your legacy. You just know that you've tarnished it enough to where it can never go back to KD being a GOAT. KD, will he be an all-time great? Already is. Is he a champion? Already is. But calling him the GOAT, he'll never be a part of that GOAT discussion. And I think he's come to terms with that. And I think that's what triggered his comments. Because obviously what's happened? KD went from one super team to another super team to another super team, which all it does, folks, is it adds pressure. More pressure, more pressure. Pressure added.
Yeah.
And so now he's saying, I don't care about my legacy because all the pressure, anything I do is going to be criticized anyway. If Phoenix can pull a rabbit out their hat and win that title this year, it's going to be criticized. If they lose, which they probably will, it's going to be criticized. So KD saying this is just his way of saying, take me as I am. I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Is that what you got from that?
That's it, man. I mean, come on, bro. KD's, if a and you guys, your language is a little more vulgar than mine. If I don't give a F word was a statement, that's what KD just said.
I can see that. But he had no choice.
Yeah.
But he had no choice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this question. This was posed on Twitter. Would you rather be known as a snake and have multiple rings, or would you rather known as a loyal player to your team with 0 rings?
I already told you. I don't.
That you a snake?
I,
Those are the 2 choices.
I almost said your mama.
Those
I
are your
almost
two-
said your mama.
those
But
are
then
your
I
2
remember I
choices.
love your mother.
Those are your 2 choices. Take your time.
The way KD did it was a snake.
Okay.
The way LeBron did it was a snake.
Snake-ish.
He did on TV.
Snake-ish.
He did on TV.
He just did.
He did on
He
TV.
just snake-ish.
What is
The-
snakish about
The
it?
way Dame should do it, now that Dame has had 10 seasons,
Mhm.
Dame has given them all that they can give them. KD is a superstar in our league. How long has KD been in the NBA?
11, 12.
When was
No,
Kevin
14?
Durant drafted?
14.
Kevin Durant was drafted, according to Siri, if she can ever connect to the internet. It doesn't even matter at this point. Kevin Durant is on his 4th team in 5 years.
That's not his fault. You saying it like
It is his fault because he's demanded a trade twice.
And okay, hold on a second.
And
Just
he
'cause
let. Wait a minute. Let me
just 'cause you
finish.
want to
Let
get out
me
of a
finish.
sinking
Let me
ship,
finish.
that don't mean you
A
not loyal.
sinking ship that he followed. Okay, right. You didn't have to get on the boat. You didn't have to get out that boat. You didn't have to get out the Golden State boat. Right. You got out of the boat and you followed the shipwreck Kyrie. Okay, that's your choice. He's on his 4th team in 4 or 5 years. Kevin Durant chose this pathway. Okay, but at the end of the day, if KD hadn't left and went to Golden State, like you said, he could have went to Miami. He could have went to Boston.
Mhm.
And those championships, I would respect. Most people would respect, but you joined the Warriors, who had just won 70-plus games.
Without going over all his.
No, hold up.
Because you like to do this. You like to because you talk about.
I
being
like
a
to
hater.
spit the facts.
No, you like to. You
How
like
was
to
it hate
create-
when you spit the facts?
No, it's different between how you spit the facts and when you saying the facts. You saying it right now, this is irrelevant. You know, when you leave a team like Golden State, I'm like, what?
You
I
left.
asked you a question.
You left.
Would you rather be the snake or loyal to your team?
Get your rings, man.
So you're a snake. All right,
Get your
cool.
rings. Giannis did it. Giannis stayed and got his rings.
He did. You're right.
KD could have stayed in OKC and got his rings.
He did.
If you think so,
Casey, you the snake? Or
They
you
were
staying
up
loyal?
3-1.
You the snake? Or
They
you staying
were
loyal?
up 3-1.
I'm not a snake, but I don't mind.
Playing a
So
bad
you
guy.
a snake?
I don't mind doing what I got to do to get what I need to get done.
So you a snake then?
So you diving
That-
from the
that's
players
what snakes.
club?
That's what
You
snakes
just
say.
that's what you just did.
That's
You
what
just
snakes say.
PG'd that.
Huh?
That's what snakes say. I don't mind doing what I gotta do.
Bro
to get
just
what I want.
diamond. He said some
I
people
mean,
gotta
it's
use
not
their
really.
body
I
to
don't
get
think
what
it's
they
really
want.
snaking because I mean, at the
I'm
end of the
saying
day,
this
I'm
narrative
going. My thing
is
is,
the narrative
my-
about KD that he's a snake. That's the narrative. This guy right here to my left, he likes that narrative. But that's the narrative.
do you think he's a snake?
Do I think KD's a snake? Yeah.
First of all, stop calling me a snake.
I said you.
You beat around the bush. You indirectly called me a snake.
I didn't call you a
twice.
snake.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did say you like snake ways.
No, I don't. I
You just said
no,
you-
I don't. Business
Y'all
is
both
business.
just said y'all just both tapped around and saying y'all snakes.
Not at all. I said that Dame Lillard, after 10 years, should go to get a championship.
I know, and I asked you a direct
KD
question.
did it too soon.
No, I asked you a direct question so you can not tap dance around the answer. And you was like, well, and then Kesey said the most villainous,
Okay, I'll say this.
the villain
When
quarter
you're
of the
the
year.
superstar, legacy matters. Stay with your team and win it with your team. All the great
I
superstars
respect that.
won it with their team first.
Well, not all.
Except LeBron.
So LeBron.
Except LeBron.
Except LeBron.
Which we said was a snake.
Yeah,
Because
so
he didn't have to do it that
yeah,
way.
all right.
But
I
he
said
went-
snake-ish. He said
don't,
snake.
Don't forget, he went back.
He did.
He did go
And-
back.
He made
Hey,
it
And right is wrong.
Hey,
He made it
LeBron
right.
made it right.
He
LeBron made it. He was like, you know what? I got to make this right.
Not only did
I ain't mad
LeBron,
at that.
Not only did
made
he
it
go
right.
back,
he went back 4 times in a row to the finals.
Hey,
Okay, with
He-
that, with the Cleveland, he gave Cleveland 4 chances. Was it 3 or 4 chances?
3.
three.
Give him 3 chances to get it right. And he
Yeah,
went 1 and
hey,
2.
Hey, all he needed was one. All he needed was one.
Cleveland, this is for you.
So, hey, I'm not mad at him.
and put some respect
Oh, God,
that
here
was
we
that
go.
Laker
on
title.
his name.
And
That's that
then,
bubble
but
title.
now, like this is my thing. And then, like KD, he could have went back. He decided not to. He decided to follow his friend and be a bus rider.
I remember that episode.
Yeah, I do too.
Bus rider.
But how many players can say every team they went to they won a ring though? So you call it what you want. I'm just saying. Just
Here we
state
go.
some facts.
You-
Since we going there, I mean, he did jump ships. I
We-
mean,
this
I'm
is
not
the
gonna
thing,
lie,
though.
he did.
We gave it to you and we left it alone,
I'm
but
saying,
you was like,
He did jump ships, but hey, he got them a ring and everyone.
And he's not wrong for jumping ship. Let's just clear that. Let's
Oh, he
clear the
is.
air. It's the way he jumped ship.
I'm not saying it's the way he jumped ship that added to it, but let's cut the crap here. He did some snakish stuff, and then it is what it is. But he came back and made it right. So that's why we don't talk about LeBron like that. Well, Drake do, but that's why we don't talk about LeBron like that.
I know because you really don't like him. You just really dislike him. I know that.
What do you
We've
mean?
already come to that conclusion.
I like LeBron.
No,
He's
you
a great guy.
You like Luka.
He's a great guy.
You like Luke over LeBron.
You can't.
Here we go.
You cannot like Luka. and
Here we
then
go. I
say
thought
you
we
like
were
LeBron.
spitting facts here, but anyways, that's fine. Isaiah Thomas said on Twitter, there's not one team that's saying I want to play LeBron and the Lakers in the first round. And I think we touched on this last week. Are the Los Angeles Lakers legit contenders in the Western Conference for championship?
Kesey, these are your boys, so I'll let you go first.
I'm gonna let y'all get what y'all got to get out first.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll keep it simple. No, go ahead.
Oh, Tone. The Lakers
so
are.
you
The
know what
Lakers
that
suck
means?
today. The Lakers suck yesterday. The Lakers suck again
Listen.
today.
What?
That's just a clear indicator
I'm a hater.
that you are a super hater,
Or snake.
or you shouldn't, or
The
that was
snake.
that was
or not
universe
the
saying
snake.
you're gonna eat your words soon.
No, my
just like
okay.
everybody else is eating their words right now.
All right, I was joking. Now, legitimately, I feel like the Lakers are playing really good basketball, and but this is the thing, I don't trust Anthony Davis. I don't trust him. I barely trust LeBron right now.
I was gonna say.
I
Anthony
barely
Davis.
trust LeBron. I don't trust
Russell,
Anthony Davis.
LeBron, all injury team 1.0.
Like I don't. And my thing about that is I hate that there is a glimpse. The Lakers can give you a glimpse and everybody's suddenly's on this train that they winning it. Oh, they winning it. If LeBron getting in LeBron mode and woo. Like LeBron is not gonna turn into Superman.
But if it's one thing you know, and
Mhm.
everybody on the planet know this, regular season LeBron, and then there's playoff LeBron.
You're right.
Come on now.
You're right.
If it ain't nothing else you know about him, he take it up a whole nother notch when the playoffs come.
He does.
And if you looking at the situation of the West, that's not nobody you want to play
That's the thing about that though. Okay.
with the lineup he has now, because he has a supporting cast of players now.
Barely.
It's not that they're the best; they fit. It's a fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you put those two together with somebody with a high eye basketball IQ like LeBron, it could be very dangerous for you. Like you
It
said,
could be.
and like a lot of people have said, the Lakers can beat 1 through 7, but they also can lose to 1 through 7.
Mm-hmm.
And it all is banking on one person,
Who?
Anthony
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
I don't trust him. Do you?
I
Trust
know
Anthony
you,
Davis?
and that's the problem.
Do you trust Anthony Davis?
Until proven wrong this season,
It's been 5
I'm
years.
just saying, like lately, just him coming back after he rolled his ankle the way he did
Mhm.
and come back and put on the show he did.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I don't want to play. I don't want to play AD
So
and
here's the
LeBron
thing about that.
right now.
Here's the thing about
And
that.
I'm really liking D'Lo. I like Vanderbilt,
I like D'Lo.
and I like Schroeder's role off the bench. He
I like Schroeder.
fits that role, and they can be very dangerous to me. I'm just saying that. I like the way they played over the last 20 games since the trade,
They've been one of the best teams.
and they're like
Since the trade
number
deadline.
one defensively since the trade.
Yep. And I agree with you. My thing is
You're not better than
And-
the Bucks defensively.
They're
Okay.
number one defensively since the trade.
They're They're still not better defensively.
They're number one
They're
defensively.
ranked, but they're not better. Whose defense do you trust? If it came down to the line, the Milwaukee Bucks or Los Angeles?
I mean, well, if you want to go there, they beat
Hey,
they
hey,
beat
don't
the
let
Milwaukee Bucks.
Don't let this man
twice.
paint you to a corner.
no, I'm just saying.
He's trying to paint you to
I'm
a
saying.
corner.
I'm
but
just
I'm
trying to get this bet off.
I
the
love
ground.
the Bucks, but at
Do
the
you?
same, I love the Bucks, but at the same
you?
time, the Lakers beat them twice.
That's number one. Number two, do you love the Bucks like he loved the Bucks? Because if you love the Bucks like he loved the Bucks, then that means Golden State and the Lakers you think are actually a better team, but you just don't want to say nothing.
Who are you talking to?
I think the Bucks are a better team to me.
Than all those players.
But
The only
Because when it comes to playoff time, he hop on that Golden State train. So
you're
quick.
you're a liar.
He hop on that
um,
Golden State.
You're a
train so
liar.
quick.
I won the bet last year, but you're a liar.
Here we go.
Here's the thing. We just ain't gonna talk about the Bucks 40-point loss to Boston. Well, yeah, we are.
No, it's not. It
Okay,
didn't happen.
because that's the only team that we'd be worried about, really.
Nah, not really.
2-1 this semester, but
I know.
this
This semester?
Jesus,
Wow.
This playoff picture. So the Los
What?
Angeles
The
Lakers,
season? Just say in the season.
whatever. The Los Angeles Lakers are in 8th place right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're in 8th place,
Mm-hmm.
which means if they get the 8th seed, they would have to play Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna borrow a phrase out of y'all book,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even like Memphis, but y'all are smoking something good if y'all think the Los Angeles Lakers are gonna roll into Memphis and beat them in a 7-game series, as hobbled as they are. That's what I'm saying.
That's very true.
And New Orleans is, and I'm gonna borrow another one of your phrases. They are the New Orleans. So I'm gonna say it wrong, like you would. The New Orleans Pelicans are gelling together at the right time. They're coming together at the right time. The Pelicans look like I'm going to say dangerous, but they look like a play-in competitive team.
I kind of agree with that. Their last 10 games, I think they're like 8-2 or something like that. My thing is with you're talking about teams gelling right, and that's what's happening with the Los Angeles Lakers. They're really gelling at a very good time.
They are. Gotta give them credit for that.
But like I said, when I say I don't trust Anthony Davis, it's not even on an injury tip. It's on a consecutive 20 and 15. I don't think he can put together 4 games in a row of 20 and 15. Because that's what it's going to take for them to get to the NBA
for Anthony
Finals.
Davis.
For Anthony Davis. 20 and 15 every game. And then LeBron trails right behind them with like a 20 and 7 and 8. But Anthony Davis, I can't trust it. And I get the hype around it. And you're right, Kesey. In the past, LeBron James playoffs, he in a mode, and it is very dangerous. But that if anything has showed us or showed me is that's when LeBron shows his age.
Yeah.
Not at the beginning of the season, not in the middle of the season. At the end of the season, the feet got to hurting, the knees is buckling, and he like, you know what? I can't get it, guys. I can't be out there. And they're not experienced enough with D'Lo and I forgot the other guy's name, but they're not experienced enough to make a good run.
But they should be.
But
because
my
you got
thing is-
Anthony Davis.
But my
LeBron
thing,
But like I
should
said,
be
I can't
able-
trust him though.
but I think D'Lo has playoff experience.
He does.
he's-
First round, second round.
and he's
Early
mat- and
second round. Don't
and
put
he's
him
matured.
like
And he's matured a lot.
He has.
I think he's ready to take some guidance from the vet, so that he can be productive in the playoffs
Yeah.
and learn to play the style of basketball he needs to be successful.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, LeBron might not be able as longevity as he used to be,
Mhm.
but he still has one of the best basketball IQs around.
That's
So
true.
that alone, to pass that knowledge along to some of the young players he's playing with,
you know,
is going to benefit them in the playoffs automatically.
you know, who one of the smartest people in the world are. You don't know?
Bill Gates,
No.
Mark Cuban,
Mm-mm.
You said
One of the smartest people in the world.
Adam Silver,
Mm-mm.
the dumbest people.
What? No, I
No,
was just
no.
going
I
to
was
say
just-
the
The-
laziest people.
I said, what?
I'm just being sarcastic. I didn't know what you were trying to say.
Where I'm going with this is you could be one of the smartest people in the world, Stephen Hawkins, and he's in that weird. My point is,
Oh,
LeBron
that was
James-
disrespectful.
How was that disrespectful?
Oh,
Who?
what? You don't discriminate against people.
I
in
don't discriminate.
wheelchairs?
My point is, he's very smart. But you say he's one of the smartest basketball people all the time. But if them knees is buckling, it don't really matter. I don't care how smart you is and how much your basketball intelligence. If your knees is buckling and your body is all beat up,
Let it go. Let it go.
see, y'all
Stop.
took it to a
Let
dark
it go.
place. Y'all took it to a real dark
no,
place.
No.
Dre, you took it to a real
Let
dark
it
place.
go. Let it go.
It's not a real dark play. I don't care how big your basketball IQ is. If your knees is buckling, you're old.
That's all you have to say. You did not bring up Stephen Hawking.
I have to bring up Stephen Hawkins.
Why?
No,
You didn't.
you did
All right,
not.
that's a little
But hey.
too-
So anyway,
I
if
didn't
I'm
hear
the
so loud.
Lakers,
Mhm.
I'm gonna say it again. You want to try to finish in 6 to avoid playing because the Lakers need all the extra rest they can get. And if you have
the
to go,
Warriors lucky they get 6.
if you need to play, but we're talking about the Lakers. If you need a play-in
We'll
spot,
get there soon.
I'd rather have the Lakers play Golden State. I'm sorry, Golden State. Look at you. I'd rather have them play Denver than Memphis.
My only-
I think-
Really?
But
Yeah,
listen,
I don't buy the Denver hype. I don't like Memphis, but I think the Lakers can beat Denver. I think they can beat Denver in the 7 game, then they can beat Memphis. I don't have them beating Memphis in the 7 game series.
Why?
Because Memphis, contrary to popular opinion, Memphis can put up 130. They can put up 140. What is the highest amount the Lakers have scored this season? It ain't 130.
Like 1.
It ain't 140.
like 110.
The Memphis Grizzlies have potential to play lights out basketball.
They're young.
Denver are only as good as Joker.
That's true.
Jamal Murray doesn't have it anymore.
Oh,
Anthony
whoa.
Davis, if he played right, he can lock up Joker. If he played correctly, he can. That's a matchup problem.
It
That's
is.
a matchup problem. So if you take out Joker, the Lakers might can pull off a 4-2 against Denver. If you can
4-2.
if you contain Joker, Denver has no one else. They got Michael Porter
Mhm.
Jr., but you got Russell to answer for that in terms of shot selection.
Mm.
Jamal Murray, LeBron to take care of him because Murray is only good for about 30 minutes and 18 points. But if you can contain the Joker,
22.
fine. If you can contain the Joker, you can put them out.
But okay, you know what? Respect. But that goes back to my thing when I was saying, like, I don't trust Anthony Davis. I don't trust him. So I don't trust him to put up 20 and 15 4 consecutive games. So 6, 7. It'll be a deep buzzer beater. It'll be close.
really?
Yeah. 7 is close. But that's a hot take, Dre. It's a hot take.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You got a Stephen B moment.
The Lakers' highest scoring
Um,
points this season. I'm trying to see the most points they scored this season. I can't.
Just look up their average.
Yeah, I can't seem to. The Lakers' average points per game right now. Sacramento right now are scoring the most points in the NBA at 121. The Los Angeles Lakers 116. The highest that they've scored. Let's see here. At home, the Lakers can average 116.
Mhm.
Away, they can average 116. But you look at like Memphis, and you look at Sacramento, y'all sleeping on Sac, and y'all better stop.
Oh, no, I'm not sleeping on Saturday.
Kesey is.
Oh, of course.
Kesey is sleeping hard on Sac.
I mean, I like Sacramento, but
I didn't say I like them. I just said don't sleep on them.
I'm saying I like their play.
I
I
like
like
that.
how tough they are.
I like them.
But at the end of the day, playoff basketball is different.
It is. It's
And
very
as
different.
you know,
It's
Sac
very
might
different.
get to the conference finals. Y'all better chill out, man.
so that means you telling me you got that much faith in Sabonis and Fox.
Well,
Because that's their horses.
Look who they're playing against. They're playing against an injured Western Conference. I'm not picking them. I'm just saying,
You know who they got first
don't
round.
be surprised. The Golden State Warriors,
Mhm.
who they can probably beat. I've been said once the Warriors got injured, I've been said, yeah. Tom, what happened to our sound bar, bro? It doesn't work.
What y'all do?
We
Dre
do
did-
anything.
Dre did something.
I've been said all season that I don't have faith in the Golden State Warriors.
Word on the street is Wiggins. Couple things, real quick.
He's on his
Wiggins-
way back.
Wiggins on his way back.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two,
Chemistry's
Uh,
gone.
OKC might make the playoffs,
They could make play in.
and they might bring back Chef.
I saw that.
I seen it too.
I saw
was like,
that.
I'll be very intrigued
saw
by
that.
that. Real quick, like I said, I like to end the episode with Bucks talk. We got blow about 40. Now, as we all like to not see that anymore. It's like, what are you doing?
Just relax.
Do the Bucks need the number 1 seed?
Yes.
I say no.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I don't see us needing the number 1 seed.
The Bucks, as good as we are on the road, and Kesey will tell you, sitting in that Bucks arena during the playoffs and the finals, the Bucks need that momentum. The Bucks need the momentum of the home crowd. Home court advantage is important, especially if you have to go up against Boston or Philly, both who are have been matchup problems for the Bucks. Both, you know what the Milwaukee Bucks problem is? They have an Aaron Rodgers problem.
What's the Aaron Rodgers problem?
They suck in prime time.
Well, time out.
They suck in prime time. When we're on TV, we do annihilated.
Real quick, in the Bucks' defense, they had just got done playing back-to-back on the road
and being cocky against some scrubs.
Okay, so you
don't be cocky against some scrubs and lose.
We just got the road.
And lose. Hold on, let me finish. And lose by 41 to the team that everybody says feels disrespected by the Bucks. Boston are the reigning Eastern Conference champions, and they feel that everybody is passing them over for the Bucks. Mm-hmm. They feel like the Bucks don't respect them. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown got on an interview and said, we know that they're a tough team, but we feel like they don't respect us and they don't take us serious. So we had to come out here tonight and punch them in the mouth. And all of our starters played that night. Now, what I will say, the Bucks were winded. But, baby, this is the playoffs. You don't.
It's the playoffs. It's the end of the season.
4 games away from the NBA playoffs.
We got a lot.
Hold on, let's get one thing straight. You're talking about Indiana like they some scrubs. They're not scrubs. They're an NBA team, just like everybody else. But at the same time, those are young dudes. They are very inexperienced, but they're not scrubs.
They got a veteran George Hill. I'm just kidding.
George who?
Indiana is
they're young, but they're a good team.
But that game was a get back game from the game when they beat us. That was
in prime time.
It wasn't prime time. It was on cable.
It was in prime time.
That's not prime time.
I was watching from the barbershop. Prime time is anything after 7.
And the Bucks can throw a nickel in the ocean that next day against Boston.
That was a get back.
And you got to think Tatum shot 80% from the 3. That is tough.
This is the thing. That when Boston get on like that, and I knew in the first before it got to that 40 point, I was like, oh, they're gonna beat us because they were shooting lights out.
The energy that they had.
Boston was shooting lights out.
76-37 at the half.
Yeah, no.
But that's because of the second quarter. It was close to first quarter.
First quarter was close.
It was not. Y'all need to get off that.
It was.
It didn't look as close. The game wasn't as close as
they was only up by like 6.
Yeah.
The score, but the play. Okay, fine. They're the score, but the play of basketball. Boston couldn't miss that night.
Yeah.
And they were focused because you know what Boston said in that game? We don't care if you get home court advantage. We're gonna still come here and show you up.
So you saying yes, Kesey?
The Bucks need home court
advantage. Do they need number 1 seed?
They don't.
I don't think they do either.
As you've seen.
Now I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit. Last year when we had to go back to Boston, I was like, ooh, oh God. But we won in Brooklyn. We won in Brooklyn the year before.
Before you keep going, here's why Bucks fans should be more concerned with that loss to Boston. Not because it's 41 points. Because what did every Bucks fan say last year when we lost to Boston? What did we say?
We just need Middleton.
Who played in all Boston games this season? Middleton, Giannis, and Holiday, and we lost 2 of them.
First of all, we all know Middleton ain't
Wait.
Middleton.
Let me finish.
Middleton ain't Middleton.
Let me finish.
We lost
2 of them in a decisive matter. We got embarrassed in prime time, and we also lost on Christmas on their home court.
Got embarrassed on Christmas.
2-1. And both of those games that Boston won, one was in Boston and one was in Milwaukee.
Christmas and
the Bucks need home court. I'm not afraid of Boston, but the Bucks need to take these final 4 games seriously. They got Philly tonight.
No, we beat Philly tonight. After that, we're fine.
We got Memphis on Friday, which is a NBA Finals preview in some circles. In
some circle. In
Not
some
mine.
circle. You know what? In some circles.
Not
you're right.
mine. I like us to have home court advantage really because I want to go to 16 games.
I know you do.
But anyway,
So this ain't really got nothing to do with this. So see,
it does.
Are
It
you a Bucks
does.
fan like this, Keith?
It
That's what I'm
does.
talking about. This ain't got nothing to do with the Bucks. This is about Dre.
The
getting
Bucks,
his tickets.
the Bucks need that home court momentum. Everybody wants the number one seed for momentum.
To counter some of your stuff. Number one, I agree a little bit. My counter is Middleton ain't been Middleton this whole season, and
Yeah,
we can talk about it afterwards.
I
But
like him on the bench.
I like him off the roster. I'm sorry. And so if we can get Bradley Beal here, hey, let's
Then so be it, huh?
we can talk about it. Let's at least talk about it.
Well, they both play about the same number of games.
Well, if you come here, it's not that much on your shoulder.
He's also being investigated right now for an incident with a fan.
But yeah, he is. But low key, let's talk about Jaylen Brown coming to Milwaukee. But that's a whole other topic. Anyways, but I'm in between. I'm really in between. I see where Dre is coming despite his just want to get tickets, just want to go to the game. Despite that, he does have a point. Milwaukee feeds off the Bucks feed off the Milwaukee energy, and they feed off of it. So Game 7 in Milwaukee, I would like, but I'm still like, can't nobody really beat us in a 7-game series. I feel like nobody can beat us in a 7-game series.
And you're comfortable saying that even after seeing what Boston did to us twice.
Yeah, I'm comfortable saying that.
Okay.
Because I feel
Like a lot of
I
people
feel like
say-
if it's the difference between when you play like Indiana, Orlando, and then you got to play Boston. That's even though they're NBA team, it's a different. You're thinking different. The way you play is different. It's just like, okay,
And you get
can't walk. This is a monster.
then you get at least a 1-day rest in between.
Yeah. So like I feel like like Keith said, playoffs a different season. So like I don't feel like no team can beat us in a 7-game series. That's why I really was like, whatever. And I'm kind of like, whatever. Every time we lose by like 30 or 20 to the Boston Celtics, man, it does not look good.
That's a lot of confidence, fellas.
It is.
That's a lot of confidence.
But it is what it is. It still go Bucks. Well, with some of us.
Oh no, it is always no.
with some of us.
See, the difference is I'm objective.
Are
Okay,
you?
I'm objective. You're a Luka fan. He's a LeBron fan. The Bucks
I'm not a
need
Luka
the
fan.
Bucks need to
You're a Steph Curry fan.
happily,
I'm not a Luka fan.
openly Steph Curry fan, right? Happily, right? But I don't wear Golden State hats.
You see me with Luka hat? You see me with Luka jersey?
Probably got a Dallas jersey in there.
I don't.
somewhere. Yeah. But no, man. So I don't mind how
You know what?
The
Hold on
Bucks
real
go
quick.
1 or 2.
Real
fine.
quick.
Go ahead.
Just real quick.
Go ahead.
We're not making no bet, no money. Whoever team lose, you gotta wear the opposite person jersey.
Losing what?
Golden State lose.
That's not my team. Why would I take a bet like that?
That is your team.
I'm sorry. Milwaukee's my team.
Is it?
Do you need to go back to 4 episodes ago when I remember that whole little Bucks breakdown?
Yeah, when you said you got tickets, you a
No,
season
no,
ticket
no,
holder.
no, no.
You a season ticket holder.
You know who was a Bucks fan?
There we
man?
go.
Me.
You a season
You
ticket
know
holder. That's what you
what I
are. You're a season
mean?
ticket holder. You're a
You-
season ticket holder. Anyways,
10 and 62. I'm sorry, 10 and 72. Who was a fan?
I was.
Andre X. Douglas. Who was at the games? Andre Xavier Douglas.
Was you?
Yes, I was. Not many.
I need the
but I was
receipt.
there. I couldn't give away tickets.
That's number one. You couldn't give away tickets.
Couldn't give away tickets.
And you would, who will be playing? No, I ain't going.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, I still was there. I still was there.
Let's go, man. Come on. Let's get out.
I still was there. You know, when the food was cheaper, we had free parking. Remember that, Kesey? We had beverage vouchers.
Mm.
Now they don't give you nothing for free.
No, you know nothing.
Not a thing. Paid all that money for Jockey Club for a $10 voucher, and the tacos cost $24.
They
Shout
went
out-
up on the tacos?
Man, they went up on everything. Pfizer Forum, like you get.
Okay,
you
can we?
They're not
let's wrap it up.
24,
You get.
but they are like 19.
If
17.
you added no,
Like
they're
16,
not.
right?
No, if you had a drink, if you had a bottle of water or a Sprite and 3 Laughing Tacos,
Oh, that's $50.
$24.
That's 50.
Yeah, that's 24. Minus your 10, you at what?
14.
That's normal price.
Well, I don't want to pay for that.
Anyways, we're gonna hurry wrap it up.
Shout out to the Laughing Taco again. We
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
you every time we come to the game.
Yes,
Always
yes.
good to enjoy a Laughing Taco.
It is without the avocado.
I mean, when you with drink.
It comes with the avocado on there,
I
just so
know.
you know.
I know. I told him to stop putting it on pie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Why? You can't even taste it. You was
Yeah,
eating
you
it before.
can, bro. No, I never had it. They just added avocados to it.
They've been doing it. I told you from day
Did you tell
one.
them?
A slice? Oh, you
Yeah,
want, like,
a slice of avocado.
no, they did.
They did
They
not.
always. It's at the
No, they
bottom,
didn't.
so you
No,
don't
it's not.
see it.
No, it's not.
a
Bro,
slice?
A slice. No.
Sliced avocado? No, they didn't.
Or they put a
They
slice
are.
of avocado.
No, they didn't.
No, they did not.
Let me tell you how he know this, because some avocados can get a little stiff,
Mhm.
and then you can taste the texture.
It was green.
But if you don't, if they're fresh,
So it was brown or something?
No,
if they're
just-
fresh and like ripened just right,
Mhm.
they are a smooth consistency, and you never taste it.
And that's what
But-
people say, you can't taste avocado.
So you can't really taste it, but it's
I agree.
always been on there.
Well, here's the thing. Laffy Taco, don't put no avocado.
That's the
on my
one
taco.
reason why I like them, because of the avocado. I like avocado.
I like avocado. I like guacamole.
The cilantro is good. The special sauce is good. The way they fry it up with the cheese on the grill is good.
All
But you
right,
can keep the avocado.
can we
Why?
go- Can we?
It's not
Because
good.
you know why?
Why?
I ain't gonna say it out loud, but good people, you know what I said.
Go watch it on YouTube. Read his lips. Do it one more time. Go ahead.
Oh boy, oh boy. They don't like nothing new either. Anyway,
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah,
you
we
can't
do.
give them nothing new.
I've
What's
tri-
this?
I have traveled the world
Hey,
and tried
what's
new
this?
foods.
Yeah, that's him.
That is
yeah.
a lie.
Oh,
is
you
it?
That
are
is a
definitely, you
lie.
are definitely that.
But I have traveled the world
And
eating
it's
new
still a
foods.
pickiest eater. Hey, Dre, we going to Italy. They got a TGI Friday.
Ah!
What are you doing? They got-
Actually, Casey got me started on Laffy Tacos, and I've gotten everybody else started on it.
At first, he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Because I didn't like steak.
Nah,
Remember, because I
good.
didn't like steak.
He was like, "I don't like steak."
I said if it was
You can't-
chicken,
you
I
can't-
would eat a chicken taco.
You can't knock it till you what?
Try it.
You can knock it until you decide to spend money on
Even
it. So I
Even when they was free. No, I'm good.
when were they
I
ever-
would be like, hey Dre, I got you. No, I'm good. Anyways, this has been another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. This is your boy Big Zeke.
Dre in the building.
Your boy Keith,
Agree with us.
probably
not.
not.
You can catch us. We've been doing this long enough to know that. But anyways, you can catch us on all streaming platforms, social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
Snapchat.
YouTube. Not no Snapchat.
Lucy, who?
We're not teenage girls.
You got an OnlyFans account out here?
Well, if you want to go to it. You also
I
catch
don't
us-
need you sitting next to me and you got an OnlyFans.
First of all, brother, what that got to do with you? They ain't got nothing to do with you.
At 94 feet.
At
is the
94
hashtag.
feet. You can also catch us on all streaming platforms.
iTunes, Spotify,
Spreakers.
Google, all that good stuff.
Amazon. Check
But-
us out, y'all.
Check us out.
Peace.
Subscribe. The thing that a lot of people don't know, folks, is you can subscribe and the episode will download automatically. Right? If you click the subscribe button on your favorite one, it will remind you new episode from 94 feet. Right?
Yeah.
Help us get the counts up. Listen, leave us some feedback. Right? I know y'all be texting me a lot talking
Yeah.
about Zeke, but add him on the Twitter. Get active on the Twitter. Right?
Yeah, holla at me on Twitter.
You know, get
'Cause I
active.
got some words for anybody who wants to.
Yeah, yeah. Get in the DMs on 94 feet. I'm on Instagram. I'm an avid checker of 94 feet. You know, make some comments
Yeah.
under the episode.
All those Golden State posts.
Right.
Anyways,
It's been another good one.
been another good one.
94 feet nation, baby.
Peace,
Peace.
good people.